Hello and welcome to video number 6. This is me learning how to use the Digitone II and passing on to you all my tips and tricks as I do so. In this short video I'm going to show you how to sort out your presets, how to find them, how to manage them. So out of the factory patterns, this is my favourite, which is called Dissolver. It's on A14. I always use this in my videos. So let's say, for sake of argument, that I don't like the sound I've got on Trig 16 here. I don't like this preset, as we call it. So how do I change it? The quickest way is to hold function with your thumb and just rotate the level data encoder either left or right, or do left, and it jumps to the top of the list of all the presets that are in the machine. Now A001 is a preset called Hidden Tears. If I press this key again, you can hear it jump to that sound. So with this keyboard up, I can play this preset on all the keys, get a good idea of whether I like the sound or not. Now, of course, I can scroll with the encoder to the right, coming down through all the different presets, playing the keys to hear it. Let's go back up to the top. Or I could use the down arrow, up arrow, like that. Here's a useful tip for you. If you push down on the level data encoder as you scroll, you go in increments of 8, so you can very quickly go through, jumping in increments of 8, and then you can go backwards and forwards from there. Go back to the top again. When you get your Digitone II from the factory, you will find 427 presets, starting at Hidden Tears, and that goes from A001 down to A256. Let's just scroll through those quickly. Up to Spooky. And then there are some more from B001 to B171, which is FX Wobb's Drone. This sound here. And that is the last of the factory presets. From that point onwards, you will be able to load your own presets in, save your own presets into the machine, and import packs that you buy on the internet. Now the next 12 sounds here are sounds that I've created. All these are my own sounds. All the way up to 186, which is marimba. So that's now from 187 for 100 patches. I've got this, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, I call it Digitalis or Digitalis or Digitales. Anyway, this is a pack that I bought from Substan, and excellent pack it is too. It's 100 sounds. Lovely sound, this one. Digitalis EP, electric piano, and they go on for 100. So if I go down, Dying Light is the last of those sounds, and then this sound here, Bot Bass, is a sound I created the other day, and that's on the next available slot, which is C031. So that's how you find your sounds from the preset bank. So that's all the factory sounds, all the sounds you created yourself, and any sounds you've downloaded from the internet and brought into your Digitone II. And if you use the transfer app, that's how you bring the sounds in and they come in to the available slots. The Digitone II is very clever because it just puts your sounds into the next available slot or slots. In this view, if you press the left arrow, you've got some choices. You can search for a sound. So if you say yes to that, supposing I type in bot, I know I can find this, and we'll just type in the little word bot, and it will look for any sounds with that word in. Say yes, and it's found SD bottle, CB robot clap, and bot bass. And whatever sound you see there, you'll be able to play on your keyboard or on the single key if you're in this view. See? It's very logical, it's very intuitive, I think. Let's just come over to that left arrow again, and we'll clear the search. It says search bot function plus no to clear, so we'll clear it. Now there are no items in the search. Filter, press yes, and you can come down and you can look for sounds in this way. So if you say yes to brass, it's now got all the sounds that have got brass either in the name or in the tags. Come back over, go to the filter, yes, clear, yes, come to the right arrow again, left arrow again. You can sort your bank of sounds alphabetically, so sort A, B, C, yes. These sounds are now sorted alphabetically. These will start with numbers 106, one finger sigh, one finger trance, etc., two deep, etc. And the first preset that's got a letter A is abyss, and then it will go alphabetically from there. So the very last one down the bottom here is zenith tone, for obvious reasons. But remember that trick of pushing down, because it really speeds up the process of scrolling through all your presets. If you sort it alphabetically, of course, all the numbering is messed up. B181, C014, B238, etc. So if you come over to the left arrow and sort 1, 2, 3, numerically, in other words, yes, now you'll see that it's gone back to our hidden tiers A001 at the top. Select bank, what does that do? Yes. Let's select bank A, and we'll say no to come out of that. Now, over here, we've just got the presets with A at the front of them, the presets from bank A. So if I scroll down, push down, I've only got A up to spooky, you see? So that's a good way of filtering things out. If you press the 8 key, which isn't lit up, it jumps to bank all again, and then you'll have the whole lot. When you look at all your sounds, it'll go all the way down through all the banks you've got sounds in, presets in. Let's come over to the left again, and the top item here is add to preset pool. So let's just come back, find a sound that I know isn't in my preset pool. Family crest. Okay, let's put this in the preset pool. So left arrow, add to preset pool, yes. Now that sound is still there. If I press this key here next to the function button, which is labelled perform, and I come down to pool, I say yes, and again I can scroll through these preset pool sounds, and this should be the last one in here, should be the one I've just added, which is family crest, and there it is. Okay, good. That's looking at all the presets you have on your device. You can very quickly find the sound you want. Let's say I'm not in the keyboard mode, just got the single key here. I find a sound I like, let's say it's bass space, and I say yes, loaded bass space, and now that sound is on there. I've loaded that sound in to that trig. I keep saying sound, but I should be saying preset, of course. So I showed you how to add a sound to the preset pool. If you don't know what the preset pool is, it's a smaller bank of sounds that are kind of favourites in this project, and you can get to them really quickly, you see? And as you move through them, I've got the tags on the right hand side. I think you can have 128 of these, and let's again push in and scroll down. Yeah, 128. I've got a few blank at the moment, see? So I've got this sound here at the moment. I've got family crest. If I press the left arrow, I can sort it A, B, C, sort all these sounds A, B, C, so let's do that. And I've got this snare SD Lavette. If I go to the right arrow, I can load that sound to the track. If I've got a sound on here that I really like, I can save the sound into the preset pool from here. I can rename the sound, delete it, do all kinds of things that's come out of that. Now if I alter a sound, let's say I've got this sound here and I alter it, So this sound is called bass space. So let's just alter it slightly. Okay, so I've altered the sound here. Now I can now save this. I can save it to the main area or the pool area. Let's press the perform button. Let's come up to save preset, the up arrow. Yes. Now it's going to go to C032. Remember, if I just scroll up one, there's my last sound I've got in there, bot bass. So this is going to an empty slot. If I say yes, and it says bass space, I'm going to change the name of this slightly so it's different. I've added some resonance to this, so yes. It's got some tags there, they're all fine. Yes. So I've saved that preset into the main bank of presets in that C slot. Or I could save it to the pool. Press perform, pool, yes. Right arrow, save to here. Now I don't want to save it there because that's going to overwrite my snares. I'm going to come back and scroll down to my first available slot. Okay, right arrow, save to here, yes. Just keep it the same name, yes. Same tags, yes. And now that is in the preset pool and it's in the main bank of sounds. So that just shows you how you can sort out your sound, manage presets. Let's go to that. Yes. Yeah, this goes all the way through all the sounds and it shows all the tags. Yeah, and obviously with this you can still do all the searching and the sorting. Do all kinds of things here, load to track, copy to bank, save to here, rename. Loads of things there. Kits are another thing. Kits are complete sets of 16 presets. Right, so if I press perform and come up to load kit, let's just get this going. Now I can change the entire bank of presets on all 16 trigs here. So if I say yes, just pick one of these. Acoustic, say yes. Now it's the same pattern but with a different bank of sounds. Try a different one. Electronica. Now I pressed function and no to reload the original kit of sounds. So a kit is a complete bank of presets loaded to the 16 trigs. And obviously you can change them and you can save this to the kits. If you go to load and say yes, I've got 15 different kits I can use at the moment. I was a bit confused, I said this in another video. I was talking about this before and I thought a kit meant a drum kit. In the old days it would have been a drum kit, I guess, like it would have been kick drum, snare drum, hi-hats. Nowadays you've got all those other sounds to choose from. Hopefully that would have helped you sort out your presets on your Digitone II. If you got some benefit from today's video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel. If you want to make a small donation to me to help me along my way, that'd be great. You can do it here on YouTube or on my website, which is www.daddylongles.com. Thank you very much for watching and you'll see me in my next video.